Howdy, howdy, my fellow gamers. It's that time of year again, the magical, mystical, marvelous Midsummer Gamers Christmas, the Electronic Entertainment Expo. Freak from Gamers of the Roundtable here to talk to you about what we want to see, what we think we'll see, and what we know we won't see at this year's E3 2019. To kick things off, guys, straight out the gate, there is no Sony. They have backed out. They announced it a few months ago, so don't expect to see anything about a Last of Us 2 release date, any information on Death Stranding or Ghost of Tsushima, and no Sly Cooper release. Even though we really want one, Sony. You listening? That out of the way, let's talk about what might actually be there and what we'd love to see. Let's start the list off this year with Splinter Cell. I know we mentioned it in last year's video, but this year seems like we have a better chance as it has actually been addressed now by the Ubisoft CEO. After the fan backlash of the changes made to Sam Fisher, though the game was great and well received, Ubisoft were apprehensive and careful in consideration of what to do with Sam moving forward, as they wanted to do Fisher justice. They also said that because of the demand and workload for Assassin's Creed that it had been put on the back burner. However, with no new Assassin's Creed this year, Vikings next year, anyone? There's a good chance we will see at least a hint or an announcement this year for Splinter Cell's future. Following that, we will most definitely see something for Watch Dogs 3, even though I still haven't played 2 yet, whoops, which is going to take place in London. It seems it's going to become one of their staple games as well moving forward. Next up, we have the Square Enix conference, which will almost certainly reveal a gameplay trailer, a cinematic trailer, or at least release date for their new confirmed Avengers game, especially following the success and hype of Endgame. And finally, 4 years later, we'll be receiving gameplay and hopefully a release date of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. I've never played it, so I'm very excited to actually see it finally, even though I'm really not looking forward to the episodic series part. Following the success of cinema, would not be surprised if we heard anyone was doing a Game of Thrones game. Riding that hype as well, because let's all just disregard the one that came out in 2012. But hey, there's lots of games out there, lots of developers. What will we see? What won't we see? We're waiting in bated breath to hear about Rocksteady's new project, since they've become pretty quiet since the release of Batman Arkham Knight back in 2015, which they claimed was the end of the magnificent Arkham series. However, it is confirmed they are working on a new DC project, and it is not Superman. So maybe they lied, and we'll get the Court of Owls story game we've been hearing a lot of rumors about, or maybe we'll see something out of the left field, like Green Arrow. Either way, we're excited. Of course, we will see the new Call of Duty this year, and would not be surprised if it was bundled with a Modern Warfare 2 remaster. Big surprise there, right? We're also hoping to see more of Borderlands 3 because we have waited long enough for a new entry in that series, and Microsoft is saying cross-platform play is happening. So we're expecting to see them on Microsoft's stage Sunday, June 9th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. We'll also be live streaming coverage of E3 that day. We'll be playing games, watching the conferences, discussing them on Twitch, live at freak_OTRT. So feel free to come hang out for your E3 fix that day. Speaking of Microsoft, we'll definitely be seeing Gears of War 5 gameplay and a release date. We're guessing it's this holiday, along with news on the RTS Gears game that they're coming out with and the mobile Pop Gears game. After that, of course, will be Halo Infinite gameplay or something. The question is, will Microsoft launch both of these games this holiday and dominate the market, or are they going to spread them out? Make Halo a launch exclusive for the new Xbox, which we'll probably hear more hints about this year, as the time for the new consoles is on the horizon since the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out back in 2013. Speaking of exclusives and launch titles, will we see a new Forza this year? They've been doing Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon. However, Playground Games is confirmed to be working on a new open world RPG after Microsoft bought them. So we're thinking that we're not going to see anything Forza related, and that the next Forza is going to be a launch title for the new Xbox, and that instead they are working on an unconfirmed Fable 4, especially after the cancellation of Fable Legends a few years ago. The time is ripe for a resurgence of it. Cough, cough. The other thing I am stoked to see is more of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Hopefully they'll reveal more gameplay and pull the whole "and it's available to play right now" stunt, or at least a late summer release. While Bethesda has already said that Starfield will not be seen at E3, please be patient, Todd Howard says. We wouldn't be surprised if they surprised us with more about the title. They've already said Elder Scrolls 6 is coming after Starfield, their new IP, So sorry guys, don't get too excited if you're hoping for Elder Scrolls 6 news. We'll probably see something Elder Scrolls related in the area of Elder Scrolls Online content and expansions, especially that Elsewhere just launched, and their mobile games that they have. We're also hoping to see a saving grace to Fallout 76. It had a bad launch, we all know it, but look how ESO started out as well. So I imagine we're going to see some Fallout 76 content to try to revitalize that. We're also going to definitely see Doom Eternal, gameplay, story mode, release date. I'm calling October right now. In regards to EA, we're not expecting to see too much. Same old really. You got sports, and sports, along with maybe some Battlefield and Anthem DLC. What we are hoping from them will be a reveal and not cancellation, unlike the Darth Maul standalone and 1313 series of Respawn Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, since we haven't had a good Star Wars game since Force Unleashed. RIP Battlefront. And news on if Titanfall 3 is dead or happening, along with more of a reveal for Dragon Age 4. Nintendo will be there to do their live stream as well, hopefully with one final appearance from Reggie, to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield, Super Smash Bros. DLC, and hopefully a hint or follow-up to remaster of Pokemon XD or Coliseum. Even though there have been no rumors or anything about that, we can still hope, right guys? We're also waiting in bated breath for any Animal Crossing news, and a preview of Luigi's Mansion 3 would be nice as well. To wrap up, there are a few other games we hope or expect to see or hear anything about, as long as one Hail Mary rumor that we're hoping is true. We'd love to see news, gameplay, announcement, anything on the new Harry Potter Magic Awakened that got teased/leaked late last year. We're probably going to see Outer Worlds gameplay from Microsoft's stage. We are also going to see Dino Crisis and Resident Evil 3 remake news. Dying Light 2 release date, hopefully. Dead Island 2 news. It's been years. It was supposed to launch in 2015, and we haven't heard anything since the first and only trailer. And of course, we're waiting to be blown away by more Cyberpunk 2077. We would like to, but really aren't expecting anything Lord of the Rings related after the ending of the duology of the Shadows games. But maybe Battle for Middle-earth 3, a new Lord of the Rings IP, anything really. And the cherry on top, the Hail Mary rumor that we are hoping is true, BioShock 4. Rumors are flying wildly this year, as it's been 6 years since Infinite happened, and even though Irrational Games is no longer around, 2K has announced that one of their studios is working on a new secret project. Could it be BioShock 4? Everybody seems to think it is. Where would it be located, though? Would it be a prequel set in Rapture? Would it be a sequel to Infinite in Columbia? Is it a new location in space? We don't know, but we're hoping and we're excited. So let us know, guys. Did we hit everything you're looking forward to? Did we miss something? What are your games that you're most excited to see this year? Let us know in the comments below. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the links as well. And as always, stay freaky.